Hey, this is Randy coming at you in blurry vision. I'm wearing old glasses. I'm really worried about my good glasses wearing out there on their last legs. So I've been wearing my older glasses, which are bifocals. But I wear progressive trifocals, so I can't see the screen right now. It's just a big blur of colors. If I do this, it's like it's too close for my far away vision, and it's too far away for my close vision. So yeah, it's fun. Anyway, I like to recap 2022. That's right. Uh, there was so many videos last night. There was like a 9-hour video, and then a 5-hour video, and then a 3-hour video. And it's funny because I was always behind. Like I went to the 9-hour video and I was watching it, and it's like while I was watching that, the other video had started, so I missed most of that. So I was watching that kind of from the beginning, and then the other video started, and I didn't realize that, and I missed most of that because I was watching the second video. So yeah, I didn't get to pop into chat or anything like that. It was just one of those scheduling conflicts, but everyone was talking about Forrest Fenn and Forrest Fenn this and Forrest Fenn that. I want to give you my take on Forrest Fenn. Um, I think Forrest Fenn was an egotistical narcissist who wanted his name to live forever, and he came up with the idea to hide a chest, and he'd fill it with gold. And he probably Googled around, see that no one's ever really done that before. Um, People have hidden tokens and things like that. I think the closest anyone's ever come was Mike Statler hit a $500,000 spider. um, I think that had like a 17 karat diamond on it or something, or 57. It was a huge diamond, bigger than my eyeball. So, but he did that, so people would remember his name. It's that simple. He didn't want to bring the joy of hiking in the forest. He didn't want to bring the joy of bringing families together and bringing friends together and all that good stuff. He just wanted his name to live forever. And I know that's an unpopular opinion, and I see people all the time. Oh, it wasn't about the treasure; it was about the time spent in the woods and stuff. And that may be true for some people, but that's not his intent, I don't think. Second, when he said he hit it at his favorite spot, he didn't hide it exactly on top his favorite spot. And I've explained this before. My favorite place in Colorado is the Tri Rock, and I've hiked up to the Tri Rock before. And but the whole area around there, I mean, I could hide. There's a couple square miles there that I could hide something, and so anywhere in there would be my favorite place. But the Tri Rock is my favorite place. But just being around the Tri Rock is, anywhere around there. So he had his favorite place, and they're assuming it's 9 Mile Hole, and naturally he's not going to hide it on 9 Mile Hole because it'd be underwater. Um, but yeah, he probably went. He's like, this is my favorite space, but I'm going to walk over here in the woods a little bit and hide it. So no, it's not exactly on his favorite space. It's in his favorite area. Um, and then I believe that, and again, these are all my opinions. I believe that he assumed this would only go on a couple months, maybe a couple of years at the most. He thought he was going to die, so he probably wanted to see it found before he died. And then when he didn't die and it went on and on, he was probably really surprised. I don't think he was a treasure hunt creator, so maybe the poem was so easy to him, he couldn't figure out why it was so hard for everyone else. And I've seen people make that mistake before, where I could write something, um, and include items from Mason City. And if you're not from Mason City, you won't understand it. And I'll be like, why don't people get this? Mason City's right here. Well, why don't they figure out what the Music Man Square is, and start where the Music Man Square. People won't be able to find that because people haven't been to Mason City and people haven't seen the Music Man Square. And I think he sat there wondering, like, why can't people get this? It's so easy. And but he didn't take into account that it was easy to him, but not to everybody else. Um, and then it took him 15 years to write the poem, and I don't think it was 15 continuous years. It took me many years to write the Beacon Star, and the thing is, there was like blocks of 4 months, blocks of 6 months, blocks of 5 months where I didn't write at all. Probably the most time I put into it, if you took all the times I actually worked on it and compressed them together, it'd probably be like 15 days out of the 10 years or whatever. Oh, excuse me. And I think that's what he was going through. Out of that 15 years, he might have spent 15 days actually writing the poem. But I do think there's more to the poem than just the poem. I think there's validity to the GPS solve, and I know that's an unpopular opinion these days. But I can take the GPS solve and it goes right to 9 Mile Hole. If you adjust it for the magnetic declination and all this stuff, it'll go right to 9 Mile Hole. I don't believe in coincidences, especially coincidences of that nature, but I do believe in synchronicity. So that was meant to be, that GPS was meant to be. And I also believe there's something about the wording of the poem, because he uses words and phrases that nobody else has ever used. And it's not creativity. I think he did that for a reason. And I've said this before, no one says Terry Scant. And that's the simplest possible explanation. And then I believe that some guy who's on the fringes of the community, I read Reddit a lot, but I don't post a lot on Reddit, and I never would belong to any treasure hunting Reddits. But this guy posted to Reddit rather than some of the other popular spots. He tried to get on video. He made a video that was mostly ignored, and he ended up finding the treasure. It's that simple. And then the big mystery is why he didn't hire a PR firm. And I've said this before, when all the jewels were found, if nobody had said anything, we probably wouldn't have got anything for them. But the first thing that happened was there was a press tour, and the jewels traveled around the United States. They had bodyguards, and they would open them up, and people could look at them. People could even pick them up. I don't see why that couldn't have been done with Forrest Fenn's chest, and it would have generated so much publicity. You would have people climbing over each other to buy it, and the way it is, this is all secret, and no one believes anything, and the truth isn't coming out. And even if the truth came out now, I don't think anyone would believe it. So it's like, he's just screwed himself, I believe. He should have went on a press tour as soon as he found it. That's what I would have done. If I found it, I probably would have sat on it for as long as I could, 30 days. If I could have done that, I'm sure I would have been texting people, hey, guess what I found? But I would have hired a PR firm and said, hey, let's take this around the United States and, generate some, I keep sliding out of my chair, and generate some, publicity for this. Why he didn't do that, I don't know. But that's the simplest way you could put this story. The simplest way was a man wanted his name to be remembered. He hit a treasure. It went on far longer than he ever thought. And because it went on far longer, there was more fanatical people. If it only lasted a year, there wouldn't be fanatics out there, there'd be just the people who heard about it and went out and searching for it. But he even put forth some, it went on so long, he put forth clues and, oh yeah, it's in the Rocky Mountains, it's in these 4 states, it's at this elevation. I can't remember what else he said, but it came out that, like, the way he hit it, he made 2 trips. Um, yeah, it's just the simplest terms. You got to use simplest terms. It wasn't about Masons and secret cults. It wasn't about getting families together and getting them out in the woods. It was just about he wanted his name remembered, and that's the simplest term. Um, and I know that's an unpopular opinion, and that's my opinion. I just know from what I've seen in his interviews. I don't know why other people don't see what I see, but yeah, the way he would grin at certain questions and his facial expressions and um, all that, and the way he would answer some questions, just you got to look at the nuances on that. And it's just he was getting his name out there and he was loving it. And well, that's all I'll say about that. The other thing I have talked about are the hunts coming out. I've already solved K-Pro and Cows Grand Adventure, uh, whatever they called it. Um, the answer is Cuckoo Kajube, if you want to put that in. And then I was looking at Candy's Hunt. And Candy's Hunt kind of surprised me because I don't know what I was thinking. Um, I was expecting like this long story for 60 pages and all this stuff, but it's not. It's a poem. Um, and I thought I heard somewhere or read somewhere that it was all about like going down rabbit holes um, or doing research. I think the actual page that the poem is on says do your research. So I think it's a matter of researching some of the things that are in the poem. Um, when I saw the doves, I was like Googling what sounds do doves make? What are their sounds? Is there a cult named Doves? How many ways can a dove like have their voices heard and all this stuff? And that's I think that's what her intention was. I don't know. I don't know. It might be something very simple. I don't think she's into cipher, so I don't think it's something like use the first letter of each poem, each line or anything like that. Obviously, it's not that because it doesn't spell nothing. But um, as an example, and I was really kind of surprised at the at how the poem was written. I have a friend who wrote a book, A Year in Afkir, which means a year in thought. Um, and she has this way of like turning a phrase, like she'll write a poem that's about a single moment, and you just feel like you're in that moment. I had the same feeling. In fact, I'll put that link below when I post this. Um, and buy her book. It was published by Star Thinker Enterprises. Um, but yeah, I just got the same feeling from this, and I can't really explain it. Um, I just got a feeling that this was like an old poem that a Wiccan wrote back in 1750. I just had a feel to it. I kind of that's what surprised me a lot. I thought this would be some generic poem. You can tell when a poem is written in a certain way, um, and this was just very well written. I'm seeing shadow people. Um, Hello? I am seeing shadow people. Anyway, I keep seeing a head go by the window, and it's disturbing me. The windows are up high, like you see the curtains here, but the window's actually way up here. And I see a head past the window, like in the other room where it's completely dark. Okay, enough of that. Oh, I'm sorry for all you people who have headphones on, because I will not edit that out. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Yeah, so that's 2022 in review. Also, I like the simplicity of just put the word you found or the 4 words in this box. And I mean, that's a nice way of doing it. It's, it's a password protected PDF. I'm seeing that guy. I mean, they must be 7 feet tall for the head to pass the window. And it's just a black shadow. This is what I live with down here in the basement. Anyway, yeah, and I don't know. I have really powerful PDF software at work, but it's a little bit risky. But I like the simplicity of it. Wow. There's one cat, and there's the other cat, so it's not the cats. Speaking of the cats, I put chicken wire around my desk so the cats can't jump over the monitor anymore and spoil everything. It's kind of funny. We set the studio up. I made it bigger. So my daughter and I can do our Zillow videos, which nobody's commenting on. They must not be very good. But anyway, we're going to set up a channel. We keep arguing over what the channel should be named, and we just can't come up with a good name. But once we come up with a name, we'll move all the videos over to that channel. And then we'll promote it a little bit. She's better at promoting things than I am. I haven't really promoted my book at all. My friend keeps telling me, hey, just send this to a celebrity. And I'm like, I don't know any, so I'm not you. I don't know celebrities. I wasn't a person who hung out with celebrities. And I promised her I would never ask her a favor like that to use her pull to do anything. So I'm like, until she offers maybe to contact some celebrities, I'm not going to do that. She said, send your book to Tom Hanks. I'm like, I don't know Tom Hanks. But anyhow, anything else to discuss on 2022? Very long videos. I'm trying to keep mine under 20 minutes. And if I squint really hard, I can see that I'm at 18 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up. I will offer a piece of advice. Always wear underwear the same color as your pants. That way, if you get a rip, no one can notice. What is that? I'm going to go and get some holy water and go from there. Anyway, sayonara. And good luck in the new year. I don't know what's going to happen with me in the new year. I know I'm going to be bedridden for a long time, so I decided to shave. You guys have no idea what my hair does. When I sleep, it like sticks out and becomes really, it feels so greasy, and then my forehead will feel greasy. So I'm going to have everything shaved off my head so that when I'm bedridden, I won't have that greasy feeling. And then hopefully I'll be able to walk. And in July or August, I hope to take my trip again back to Colorado and visit. Now I'm hearing noises. And, back to Colorado, visit some of the famous places. And check on the token, my yearly check. Anything else? So many videos, such long videos. And my mom used to tell me that whatever you're doing at midnight is what you do for the whole year. And well, I could never time a certain thing to midnight, so I kind of expanded it to what you do on New Year's Day is what you'll do all year. So I'm trying to be happy today. I just remembered I forgot to take my pills. But yeah, we'll see what happens this year. I'm not a big resolution person or anything like that, but we'll see what happens. So take care. That's the year 2022 in review. I'm trying to think if I forgot anything about Candy's poem. I think it's solvable even by someone like me who's not into that kind of thing. So I'm going to keep Googling stuff in my spare time. I'm also doing Xavier. I did about an hour's worth on Xavier's marks this morning, trying to shift things according to the secret picture. If you don't know the secret picture, then you are further behind than I am. And then I know that there was a theory put out about the Jason Alexander clue, but I don't fully agree with it. But we'll see. And maybe it's harder than we all thought, but it seems like it should be easy. It should be. And there are clues. It's nice to see. I went into a Zoom, and it's nice to see that, because we have a separate Zoom, that we have solved things that other people have not, and that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. But anyway, I'm gonna go watch some Bigfoot videos. I don't believe in Bigfoot, but it's interesting watching these people like finding footprints and stuff, and it makes you wonder, like, and then I watch alien videos. Wait, right here. And I got my own alien videos coming up, and that's something I want to work on this year. Is my videos. I don't know if I should tell you guys my secrets, but I have more prosthetics that I wear with the alien mask to make me look more alien. I'll put it that way. So anyway, take care, everybody, and we'll see you guys in 2022.